Over 60 Democrats in the U.S. House of Representatives will be founding members in a new caucus, the Medicare For All Caucus. And that's about 1/3 of congressional Democrats. So this is a relatively dramatic change in a very short period of time. Because as you remember, in 2016, Bernie Sanders, notably, he talked about Medicare for all many, many times. He talked about a single payer plan. And like I said, he talked about it pretty much every single chance that he got. And the Democrats' position, by and large, was poo-poo, no, we can't go that far. You remember Hillary Clinton during campaign, I believe this was early 2016, she famously, or I should probably say infamously, she said, quote, "People who have health emergencies can't wait for us to have some theoretical debate about some better idea that will never, ever come to pass." And by and large, like I said, the Democratic Party's position was Hillary Clinton's position because they did not join Bernie Sanders' efforts. They didn't commend him for what he was saying about Medicare for all. They all were backing Hillary Clinton. All the superdelegates, all of them were pretty much saying that, yeah, you know, what we need to do is work more on Obamacare, the ACA, and somehow get to 100% of coverage with no details ever announced, no details ever being shared with anybody. We were just somehow going to get to universal health care.
I consider this to be the second wave of any kind of Medicare for all movement that we've seen since the election. You mentioned Bernie Sanders in 2016. Remember, he introduced his bill like last fall.
Yeah.
How many Democrats signed on for that? Like 30, 20? Was it 30?
I can't
remember. 20 or 30.
But all the notable,
Cory Booker.
all the, I guess, presumptive favorites for the 2020 presidential election as Democrats.
So it wasn't surprising.
They co-opted it.
So it wasn't surprising.
No. Because the Democratic Party has been moving that way since the 2016 primaries and the election.
But see, now, I mean, we've been covering it, but this administration's undercutting of the ACA probably accelerated the kind of formation of this caucus.
Right.
And as of last fall, Hillary Clinton had the same position that she had in 2016 that you kind of just quoted her.
Yeah, she did. Because she was talking about the taxes. She was saying, if it includes an increase in taxes, then pretty much that's something that people can't get behind.
So is it that kind of weird that the party is kind of moving away from Hillary Clinton, and Hillary Clinton is not even smart enough to just even rhetorically say, yo, I'm for this? Like, she's not even, like, she can just at least be like, yeah, I'm for it, just to, like, make herself look popular, but she still can't even
because she went like when if you saw the clip of the statement that I just recited from her in January of 2016, it was an emphatic statement. Like, she was virtually yelling it. She was virtually like, hey, we can't do this. People that have health emergencies, we can't wait for some theoretical debate about something that will never, ever come to pass. Blah, 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 right? So I don't think she's ever going to turn the corner and actually support Medicare for all.
And now you have, 60? So you went from like...
Over 60.
So it basically tripled in a year. It tripled in a year. But again, like I said, it probably has to do with this administration trying to kneecap the ACA, so they feel that they have to, kind of accelerate some sort of agenda.
And universal health care, single payer. We talked about this a very long time ago, too. And we were comparing different plans. We were comparing like the ACA, I guess what we had before the ACA, and we were comparing a single payer, too. And across the board, Republicans and Democrats, Medicare for all, a single payer option, that was what most people agreed with. That was what most people were in favor of. Doesn't matter what party that you represent or that you align yourself with. Most people feel like single payer is probably the way to go. And it would make sense because all across the world in developed countries,
developed nations,
they do have something like a single payer plan.
Yeah.
And they haven't backed off of it either. They never backed off of it. They never said, you know what, this doesn't work. We need something like what they got in the United States of America. We need like the ACA or something like that. Never said that. Canada, has Canada moved away from their plan? No. Has Israel? No.
Has Sweden?
No, they haven't. It looks like it works.
But hey, the Democrats have finally figured
They
that
finally
out.
come around.
But see, they gotta find an issue to unite on.
Yes.
And to center on before what? What's coming up?
The 2020 election, man.
Yeah,
Or even before that.
Midterms.
The midterms.
So
yeah.
they gotta find they at least they recognize that they have to go into these midterms with some sort of agenda, because you can't just let anti-Trump administration kind of rhetoric be your bread and butter.
Right.
You have to come up with something, I guess that's an actual agenda that I guess is a counter agent to Trump's policies and Trump administration policies. You have to follow that up.
Yeah.
It's something that they should have been doing from the jump.
They should have.
Like,
They should have.